Hello friends. Welcome to our channel. Make sure to watch video until the end and start practicing alongside your studies. Also, do let us know if you need mock tests for any specific exam or subject. Question 1. In which city was the Bharat Taxi service recently launched by the Chief Minister of Rajasthan, Shri Bhajan Lal Sharma? The correct answer is option C, Jaipur. Explanation: the Chief Minister of Rajasthan, Shri Bhajan Lal Sharma, recently launched the Bharat Taxi service in Jaipur. This initiative aims to enhance transportation services in the state. Question 2. With reference to the nationwide implementation of new criminal laws, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The government is focusing on training law enforcement personnel to ensure effective implementation. Statement 2. Technological integration is a key component to strengthen the new criminal justice system. Statement 3. Judicial reforms are being undertaken to support the smooth transition to the new legal framework. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: the government has indeed emphasized a multi-pronged approach for the nationwide implementation of the new criminal laws. This includes training for law enforcement, leveraging technology for better administration, and implementing necessary judicial reforms to ensure a smooth and effective transition to the updated legal framework. All three statements are correct. Question 3. According to recent information provided by the government in Parliament, how many amendments have been made to the Constitution of India in the last 12 years? The correct answer is option C, 8. Explanation: the government recently informed Parliament that 8 amendments have been made to the Constitution of India over the past 12 years. This highlights the dynamic nature of the Constitution and its adaptation to changing societal needs. Question 4. The Election Commission of India is currently undertaking a special intensive revision of electoral rolls. What is a key objective of this exercise? The correct answer is option B, to ensure the security and inclusion of eligible voters. Explanation: the Election Commission of India is conducting a special intensive revision of electoral rolls with the primary objective of ensuring the security and inclusion of eligible voters. This process involves updating voter information, adding new eligible voters, and removing duplicate or ineligible entries to maintain an accurate and comprehensive electoral database. Question 5. The central government recently launched Disha 2.0 with an outlay of 255 crore rupees. What is the primary aim of this initiative? The correct answer is option B, to enhance access to justice through technology nationwide. Explanation: Disha 2.0 is a central government initiative launched with an outlay of 255 crore rupees. Its primary aim is to enhance access to justice through technology nationwide, leveraging digital tools and platforms to make legal services more accessible to citizens across the country. Question 6. With reference to the transfer and appointments of High Court judges in India, consider the following statements. Statement 1. These processes are primarily governed by specific provisions outlined in the Constitution of India. Statement 2. The Memorandum of Procedure, MOP, plays a crucial role in detailing the operational aspects of these appointments and transfers. Statement 3. The Chief Justice of India has the sole authority to initiate the transfer of a High Court judge. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option C, 1 and 2 only. Explanation: statements 1 and 2 are correct. The transfer and appointments of High Court judges are indeed governed by constitutional provisions and further detailed by the Memorandum of Procedure, MOP. The MOP outlines the consultation process involving the Chief Justice of India, the Chief Justices of the High Courts concerned, and the Governor of the state. Statement 3 is incorrect, The Chief Justice of India does not have sole authority, as the process involves consultation and recommendations from the Collegium and the Executive. Question 7. The Central Budget 2026 allocated 2010 crore rupees for the modernization of judicial infrastructure and e-courts. This initiative is part of which phase aimed at the digital transformation of the judiciary? The correct answer is option C, e-court phase 3. Explanation: the government has accelerated the digital transformation of the judiciary under e-court phase 3. The Central Budget 2026 allocated 2010 crore rupees specifically for the modernization of judicial infrastructure and e-courts as part of this phase, with the objective of reducing pending cases and improving efficiency. Question 8. Which ancient Buddhist site was recently included in the UNESCO World Heritage List, leading to appreciation from the Prime Minister? The correct answer is option C, Sarnath. Explanation: the ancient Buddhist site of Sarnath was recently included in the UNESCO World Heritage List. This recognition highlights its significant cultural and historical importance, particularly as the place where Buddha first taught the Dharma. Question 9. With reference to the US Section 301 measures concerning forced labor, consider the following statements. Statement 1. These measures are primarily aimed at addressing concerns related to human rights and labor practices in exporting countries. Statement 2. India has been placed in a low tariff category under these measures, indicating a relatively favorable assessment of its labor practices. Statement 3. Section 301 of the US Trade Act allows the US to impose tariffs or other trade restrictions on countries that violate trade agreements or engage in unfair trade practices. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. US Section 301 measures are indeed used to address unfair trade practices, including those related to forced labor, Statement 1 and 3. The news specifically mentions that India has been placed in a low tariff category, 10%, under these measures, suggesting a relatively positive assessment of its efforts against forced labor, Statement 2. Question 10. The Vizhinjam port, recently in news for becoming a new gateway for India's exports and imports, is located in which Indian state? The correct answer is option C, Kerala. Explanation: the Vizhinjam port, which is poised to become a significant gateway for India's international trade, is located in the state of Kerala. Its strategic location and deep water capabilities are expected to boost India's maritime logistics. Question 11. Which country was initially designated to host the Commonwealth Games in 2026? The correct answer is option B, Australia. Explanation: the Commonwealth Games in 2026 were initially planned to be hosted by the state of Victoria in Australia. Although Victoria later withdrew, Australia was the designated host country for the event. Question 12. Income Tax Day, Aayakar Divas, is observed annually in India on which date? The correct answer is option B, 24th July. Explanation: Income Tax Day, Aayakar Divas, is observed annually in India on 24th July. This day commemorates the introduction of income tax in India by Sir James Wilson on 24th July 1860 to compensate for the losses incurred by the British government during the First War of Independence in 1857. Question 13. With reference to the nationwide implementation of new criminal laws, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The government is strengthening implementation through enhanced training programs for law enforcement personnel. Statement 2. Technological advancements are being leveraged to streamline the judicial processes under the new laws. Statement 3. Judicial reforms are an integral part of ensuring effective countrywide enforcement. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: the news explicitly states that the government is strengthening the nationwide implementation of new criminal laws through training, technology, and judicial reforms. All three aspects are crucial for effective enforcement and are mentioned in the source. Question 14. The Government of India recently emphasized its commitment to strengthening accessible legal services and inclusive digital justice for which specific demographic group? The correct answer is option C, Divyangajan, persons with disabilities. Explanation: the news highlights the government's efforts to strengthen accessible legal services and inclusive digital justice specifically for Divyangajan, which refers to persons with disabilities. This initiative aims to ensure that legal processes are easily navigable and digitally inclusive for this community. Question 15. With reference to the future tribunal law in India, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The new law is intended to align with the Supreme Court's pronouncements on appointments to tribunals. Statement 2. It aims to uphold the principle of judicial independence in the functioning of tribunals. Statement 3. The law will introduce a uniform tenure for all tribunal members across different sectors. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option C, 1 and 2 only. Explanation: the government has stated that the future tribunal law will be in conformity with the Supreme Court's decisions on appointments and judicial independence. Statement 3 about uniform tenure is not mentioned in the provided news and is a plausible distractor. Question 16. According to recent reports, how many fast-track special courts are currently operational in Madhya Pradesh, including those specifically designated for POCSO cases? The correct answer is option B, 67 fast-track special courts, with 56 for POCSO. Explanation: the news states that 67 fast-track special courts are working in Madhya Pradesh, and out of these, 56 are special POCSO courts. Question 17. With reference to e-court Phase 3 in India, consider the following statements. Statement 1. It is an initiative aimed at accelerating the digital transformation of the judiciary. Statement 2. A primary objective of this phase is to reduce the pendency of cases in courts. Statement 3. The phase focuses exclusively on digitizing historical court records. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option C, 1 and 2 only. Explanation: the government has accelerated the digital transformation of the judiciary under e-court Phase 3 with the aim of reducing pending cases in courts. Statement 3 is incorrect as the scope of digital transformation is broader than just historical records, encompassing current processes and infrastructure. Question 18. The President of India recently addressed members of the Indian community in which European country? The correct answer is option C, Romania. Explanation: the news explicitly mentions that the President of India addressed members of the Indian community in Romania. Question 19. The Kanpur-Kabrai Highway project, recently highlighted for its potential to transform logistics and agriculture, falls under the purview of which union ministry? The correct answer is option C, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Explanation: the news states that the Kanpur-Kabrai Highway project, which aims to change the picture of logistics and agriculture, is an initiative of the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, MoRTH. Question 20. Which Indian agency recently intensified its action against gold smuggling, leading to the seizure of 27 kilograms of smuggled gold and 12 arrests in nationwide intelligence-based operations? The correct answer is option C, Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, DRI. Explanation: the news clearly states that the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, DRI, intensified its action against gold smuggling, resulting in significant seizures and arrests through nationwide intelligence-based operations.